Oh, same thing. More of the same. We have, it's a story problem. And the story problem is like this. There's an airplane, a perfectly drawn airplane. Okay? So this is my perfectly drawn airplane with the wings. You guys got to make that sound as you draw yours.
I think it's supposed to be square.
Beautiful job.
Right? And let's put our logo on there. What is it? It's we got this is the Laker plane.
No, because the Lakers.
Right. And then we put LMC Airlines. Okay. And then there's a watchtower over here. They got a little satellite. Beep, 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 beep. And basically, it says that when radar tracks an object, the reflection of the signals off the ground can result in clutter. The clutter causes the receiver to confuse the real object with its reflection. It's called a ghost. At the right is an image of this occurring. What is the value of x? So let me draw what they say is going on. So the radar just kind of broadcasts a signal kind of outward. So what we end up doing is we end up having, and I didn't quite draw it the same as they have it in the book. That's more like this. And then here's our level ground, or somewhat level ground. And so we have an image where the radar shoots out a signal, okay? And the image comes from the radar to the plane, okay? And then it also shoots an image to the ground, okay? And then it goes through the ground. And then there's a connection like this too. Because the radar, technically it goes like this. The radar bounces off the plane, hits the ground, and goes back. So you get this triangle like this. And what they tell us in the actual, based on the information given to us in the textbook, that this echo that we hear sometimes causes some confusion. So mathematically, you've got to filter it out. Is basically what they're saying. And in order to filter it out, you got to know the angle of x, right? So what happens is, in this, where you ever heard the term triangulation? You'll hear it all the time. You ever watch NCIS or NCIS? What's the other one? CSI, and they talk about triangulation of the cell phone towers. This is how they do that.
Oh yeah, the triangulation.
The triangulation. Well, this is one way that you could try. There's lots of ways that you use triangles and the properties of triangles to locate stuff. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. We're going to use this property. Well, what do you see? Well, here we have an exterior angle of a triangle, and then two of the opposite angles of that exterior. So basically, 80 degrees is equal to 30 degrees plus x. All right, well, just subtract 30 from both sides, and we get 50 degrees is equal to x. All right? And so then you could plug that into the computer. Obviously, the plane's going to continue to move, right? But that's how, basically, what is the distance the plane is from this object? Well, it would be the length of this part of the triangle, or we could consider the length of this part of the triangle, right? But if there's a shadow or an echo that occurs, because the signal hits the ground, we need to filter that out. And the way that you filter it out is you got to know what this angle is. Does that make sense? Okay, cool. I think that's all of the examples. You guys are welcome to get started on your homework if you'd like.